this issue is about our work and our jobs. Unfortunately, the company has made a decision that they're going to start to provide home service over a wireless service called VoiceLink. VoiceLink will absolutely cause the loss of work and jobs here in Suffolk County, which this county needs more than ever. Supervisor Romaine?
Thank you very much. I'm joined, that was a great prelude of why we're here. I'm joined by Councilwoman Jane Bonner, Councilman Steve Fiore-Roosevelt, Councilman and Deputy Supervisor Dan Panico, and forever Councilman Tim Mason. We're here because we are inviting FiOS, come to Brookhaven, because we know one thing: competition improves service, competition improves pricing, and we think that's a good thing for the consumers of Brookhaven. We also know that there's an added benefit that members of the CWA will be put to work if Verizon comes into Brookhaven. And they have built out this town about 30%, but haven't used the system to compete with Cablevision. Now, I don't want to knock Cablevision, a great service, but we think competition is good. We think that FiOS would help, and we're here to say to Verizon, bring FiOS to Brookhaven. You've got a huge base here. You've got, 150, 200,000 homes that could benefit from the service. If you're in the business of marketing to your customers, a lot of customers in Brookhaven, come to Brookhaven, give us that type of competition that we know will improve service and improve pricing. And I'll let go right down the line. Each of the council people have their say. Jane?
Very briefly, the ratepayers are the ones that will benefit from this competition. There's an ugly, dirty rumor out there that Brookhaven is taking money under the table from Cablevision to keep Verizon out, and nothing could be further from the truth. We want the competition. We've always wanted the competition. The taxpayers and the residents of Brookhaven deserve to have a choice, and there's too many monopolies on Long Island, from our electricity to our cable and telephone, and it's time to open it up and shine a light on it so everybody can benefit.
I'd have to dovetail with that. I know Councilwoman Walsh and Councilwoman Kepper couldn't be here, but I know they're supportive of the same thing. We want Verizon FiOS in Brookhaven once and for all. And as the supervisor mentioned, they've been marketing to our people, but yet they don't provide the service.
Yeah, you have any questions?
Yeah, I do. A couple of questions. Have you heard of maybe Cablevision having higher prices here in Brookhaven as opposed to the same cable services that are in Islip and towns such as Smithtown? Have you heard of that by chance?
I think whenever you have competition, you're going to get better pricing and better service. That's why we welcome FiOS.
But what I've been hearing is that maybe cable prices in people are speaking towards the monopoly.
Packages in Smithtown and Islip
are $30 to $50 cheaper in towns such as Islip and Smithtown, and then they're paying $30 to $50 more here because Verizon isn't offered in Brookhaven.
Yeah, there is some federal and or state public service commission oversight over the rates, but clearly, listen, the people here, our town board, we're unified. We want, if the competition is going to bring prices low, you've heard it from each and every one of us, we want Verizon FiOS in, and if that's going to bring the prices down for homeowners, that's what we want to do. We're hopeful that's what exactly is going to happen.
Okay.
That the rates will go down.
But that does happen. We're told all the time.
And you would know.
Specifically with the door knocking and when they are out pursuing sales where FiOS is available, the two companies, kind of play off of one another. They offer triple play deals, rebates, all sorts of packages that they're not knocking on doors in Brookhaven right now or the east end of Long Island. They're knocking on the doors in Islip, Smithtown, Nassau County, and that's where those prices come into play.
Verizon is trying to get out of hardwire business. They recently announced they were no longer going to install ISDN lines. It's got all the radio stations in a tizzy.
absolutely. In fact, there was just another article that was released online talking about that Lowell McAdam, Verizon CEO, is following through with his promise to get out of the landline business. They're doing it in a Fire Island, where the business community there especially is up in arms because the voice link that they're going to replace the landlines with, which is a wireless service, cannot support data, ATM machines, credit card machines, anything that they use for their point of sale. So the company has basically told these folks that that's your problem, not ours. You'll have to figure it out on your own. The article also stated that they're using this voice link, again, to get out of the landline business down in Florida. Well, guarantee you that Brookhaven will be followed. It started here in Fire Island. It's coming to Brookhaven.
Could you talk about the national security issues involved with that, please?
We also have the issue of not just national security. Let's face it, when we have natural disasters like we had just in Sandy, our cell service was abysmal. It was not working. And so, because of the loss of power, people were cut off. That's what happens when you rely on cellular service. There's also the issue of personal identification security, that you're doing all of your personal business with your Social Security and your banking information over the airwaves. Anybody could, in fact, intercept that and use that to do personal identity theft.
Anybody?
The franchise fees, if Verizon was to come back to Brookhaven by chance, how much would the town gain in profit, I guess, with franchise fees by chance?
Really not that much, because most homes have one service or the other. They don't have both services. So the franchise fee, we're not gaining anything in franchise fees, and whatever gain would be minimal, minuscule. We're doing this to dispel any rumor that we're blocking files from coming. We welcome them. And so we're not going to gain any additional revenue.
Last question for me is, how did these rumors get started? Like, is that somebody calls Verizon and says, why is Verizon not offering?
Yeah, what happens is sometimes the sales pitch, when they're asking how come we can't get Verizon television, Verizon Fios television, the salespeople and some guys from Verizon say, oh, it's talk to your town, it's your town responsibility.
Well, the town board, your council person's keeping us out.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Charlene Obernower. I'm the director of Long Island Jobs and Justice. And just like everyone said, this isn't about just providing competition, although that's really important. It's about providing good jobs for the town of Brookhaven. And CWA members are some of the hardest working people in our communities. And it's really important that we're not just investing in New York City, as it seems like Verizon is doing in this case, but we're also investing in good jobs for Long Island. And we can't speak more to how important these jobs are for the local community, which is what we represent at Jobs and Justice. So I don't want to piggyback on what everyone else has said, because we really agree that these jobs are critical and they're necessary, especially now for our economy. So thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to just say one other thing to dovetail is that it's a downturn in the economy that we really need to put people back to work. So it's the time where we need to rebuild our infrastructure. Part of what we're talking about is that we've got 30% built out, but that means 70% of the town hasn't been built out. So it's the time to reinvest in infrastructure. When you put people back to work, that affects all the mom and pop shops. When people are put back to work, it stimulates our local economy. So clearly, this is all dovetails with what I think each and every member of the town board has been saying today.